The last 5 years of my videography career have taken me all across the United States, from places like Arizona to Utah, Colorado, and more. But I've never enjoyed filmmaking more than I have here in Texas. You see, I was born and raised in Brownsville, Texas, and 10 years ago, I decided to leave Brownsville and pack up all my stuff and move to Austin, Texas. And it was while living in Austin that I decided to give up my 15-year career in the coffee industry and pursue videography. And like I said, even though it's allowed me to travel all across the US, after having a wife and 2 kids, it's given me more of a reason to just want to stay local. And I ended up realizing living in Austin, it allows me to travel to the bigger cities in Texas, like Houston, Dallas, San Antonio, and even places like Fredericksburg, which is where we got to spend the first weekend of 2026 with one of our clients, SKYE Texas Hill Country Resort. And to me, this was the perfect place to start off our 2026 because even though they are a client of ours and we get hired once a month to come out and capture content, this is literally one of the only places that I visit that I get to actually relax and be at peace and comfort. And I really enjoy bringing the family out here because if this were just a regular job that I would be at, I probably would just be filming all day. And then when I'm done filming, hang out in the cabin and be bored or something. But being with the family allows me to want to experience it even more, and capturing their smiles and seeing what they like to do gives me a better idea on how to market the property for them as well. Like my kids love the bagel dogs that they have there or the pretzel dogs, and so does my wife. We love the pizza. Man, their mango frosés are insane and amazing. So being able to go there not just as filmmakers and videographers and capture the property, but being able to go and experience it ourselves and really like living it like a family really gives me a way better way to present this to an audience and to people. Like this isn't a place that you just come to come. It's a place that you really get to unplug, to relax, to, kick your shoes off and just be surrounded by beautiful things, And the other great thing about this property is that it's 15 minutes away from Fredericksburg. So you're able to go to downtown Fredericksburg, experience all the great stuff that they have there. Like we've been able to go for the fireworks during 4th of July. And we're able to go to Oktoberfest a few months ago. And my father-in-law was able to come out and enjoy the town with us as well. A lot of 2024 and 2025, I was in a place of just trying a lot of new things. It was our first time of really going full force with our videography business and just doing it all on our own. And it allowed me to try so many different things like working with fitness brands, working with restaurants, resorts, working with real estate, hotels, working with ranchers and wildlife. I was just literally taking so many jobs on because I was trying to figure out what did I really enjoy? What did I like capturing? What stories did I like to tell? And I am so thankful for all the knowledge I was able to accumulate in 2024 and 2025 because a lot of the great clients that were trusting me with their vision, that were counting on me to create things for them and for their brand, and seeing so many things succeed, I just really started gaining a confidence in myself and in my skills in what I'm able to do, not just with my camera, but with social media, because I give out so much advice to so many businessmen and businesswomen. And when I see them take it and succeed, it's just like, man, like this is why I enjoy doing what I do, because it also allows me to double down on the things that I do on a daily basis. And so a lot of the advice that I give you guys is advice that I give to other people in the industry as well, because it's so beneficial to try different things. And since I've been able to try so many different things the last couple years, I think 2026 is more of a year of focus, a year of saying, okay, now that you've been able to try a lot of these niches and a lot of these industries, what do you enjoy the most? What stories do you enjoy telling the most? What businesses do you like working with the most? What businesses do you see being the most beneficial to your brand, but also to your family? And I think that's one of the things that people always forget when it comes to building up a business is your family, for the most part, is somebody who should also be benefiting from this because if you're going to be giving a lot of your time to these businesses and brands, then you also need to be coming back home not as stressed and happier. And like I said, the reason I love doing resorts, restaurants, events, and this type of stuff is because I get to take my family with me. Like when I'm filming a triathlon or a marathon, like, and we're out in a resort, well, we're going to be there for the weekend. So once the event's done, we get to go out, we get to have fun. Like when we were filming the triathlon in December, we got to experience not just the triathlon and how that fun that was, but also the entire resort. And the kids got to go out and see all the ice sculptures and be a part of the events that were going on. And so not only am I making money for the family that we get to survive and live, but we're also making memories that we get to share with one another. And so when I look at this videography business that I'm building, it isn't just about the money that we're making, it's also the memories that we're making. And this is where YouTube and social media and all these things come to play, is because not only do your clients want to see you succeed in a financial way, they also want to see you succeed in a family way, in a fitness health way, because if they really care about you, then they want you to be alive for the long haul. And we all know that one of the number one contributors to living a long life isn't just health, but it's happiness. And so in your business, don't be afraid to pursue happiness, because happiness is one of the reasons why you started doing this, right? I'm sure a lot of y'all left jobs that you were very stressed out about, very angry about, felt unappreciated in. So when you're stepping into your new business, especially if it's in photography, videography, content creation, and stuff like that, don't feel like you need to put happiness on the back burner, or that it isn't a factor, because it is. Pursue things that make you happy, at the same time, things that make you money. That was a good note. I'll get my I need to listen to that one. Let's just say that. But then Wednesday, we're off to another one of my favorite places in Texas, which is San Antonio. And while being in San Antonio, I was able to work with Pullman Market, which is such a crazy, insane, beautiful place that I'm mad at myself that I'm now just realizing that this is a place that exists in San Antonio. But one of my close friends, Robert Ledemo, who is an insane photographer and videographer himself, he does a lot of work with them and captures so much of their content and is just so good at what he does. Again, I'll link him below. That he had me out to do the drone work for the property and just to capture the location and all this kind of stuff that's going on. And man, like I said, this place, I feel like I've been in this area before, but this was almost 10 years ago, I think. So seeing it the way it is now, especially from the sky and the drone's eye view, it was just beautiful, to say the least. And now I'm even more excited to go to San Antonio, because I get to take the wife and the kids to Pullman Market and try all the amazing food that is made there, that is served there. And it was just so great filming with Pullman Market. Like I said, the reason I really enjoy jobs like this is because Robert and his team, they just put all the confidence in my skill set, in that I know what I'm doing and I know how to get the visuals that I'm supposed to get. And so they let me kind of do my thing, let me, have my creative eye. And so I really appreciate a lot of that, because again, doing this for so long, a lot of people don't know how hard it is to not just build up the skill level, but then to create a style that you're known for. So it's always appreciated when people come to you, not just because they know how to make something look good, but because your creative eye is what makes it look good. So again, Pullman Market, Robert, everybody out there, man, I appreciate y'all. San Antonio, you guys, I feel like I've been in San Antonio so much this last 3 or 4 months that I think I need my official San Antonio card. Pop, I don't know if you're out there, but go ahead and give me a call. Put me with the Spurs. Timmy D, I'm ready to throw me that jersey. Let's do it. um, but the reason this is another great week is because this is the official second week of January, and what I'm trying to do 2026 is just get better at document and creating. Like I said, I've been really much on my Gary V kick, where he's been talking about documenting over creating. And so I wanted to rate myself and see how I've been doing so far, and I wanted to be honest with you guys as well. And so one, I gave myself a 4. Just overall, I feel like when it comes to the creating aspect of things, I'm still being slow to start. Like, this is the second video, I think, of the year that I'm doing, and so it's like, okay, I wanted to do more, but at the same time, I'm like just really trying to get better at what my voice is going to be in this channel and the things that I want to bring forward. So I've been slowing in the creating process, but I've been great at documenting, been filming so much, so many behind the scenes of not just stuff that I do with the family, but just things that I do on my jobs and all the filming that I do. So I really want to get better at documenting that, because it's also a way to show your clients the work that you're doing, the people that you work with, the vibe and energy that you bring to a set. And so getting better at documenting the behind the scenes of what I do and how I do is something that I've gotten much better at in the last couple of weeks. So I'm giving myself a 6 on that one, because I feel like, hey, thumbs up. But like I said, I think more than anything, I'm still leaving behind some nuggets. There's definitely maybe some conversations that I can film a little bit more, or maybe some better interactions when it comes to how I film on set. So if any of these things interest you guys, or if there's anything that you would like to see on how I run a videography business and a video agency here in Texas, like, comment below. I really want this to be a year of giving out more information, of teaching more, of showing you guys more of the ropes of what it looks like to not just run a business, but to be happy in the process of running a business. Like, that is very, very important. And just to give you guys a little insight of what it looks like on how I want to manage my social media content creation in 2026, is that I'm going to be moving away from what is normally called, the social media side of things, or the aspect of things. And I'm going to be moving into more of what's called the interest media side of things, which I'm going to make another video about. But to explain to you shortly, it's so back then with social media, we used to think about it as like, we're posting things because of the people who follow us. And so we want the people who follow us to see the things that we're doing, to whatever it is, right? That's why people would always be posting stuff of the foods they were eating, the places they were going, the successes they had in life, and all that kind of stuff. But throughout the years, that has kind of changed. And specifically because of TikTok, it has changed more into interest media. Like, what are people interested in? So it isn't, hey, people are interested in me in Austin, Texas, is people are interested in Austin, Texas. So what I want to do is double down on what the interests are in my social media account. But that also means, well, what are the things that I'm interested in that I want to pour more of my time into, that also feeds other people's interests? So, for example, my interest is videography, cameras, and all that kind of stuff. And so, if I were to double down on the interest of what it looks like to be a videographer, then it also looks like tips and videos and stuff like that for you guys who are also interested in that thing, to learn more about that thing through my lens. And so that's kind of what interest media, or creating with an interest mindset, looks like. It isn't just about, hey, look at me and the things I'm doing. It's, hey, look at this interest and this thing that you're interested in, this thing that I'm interested in, and look at how I experience this interest that we have, right? So again, my interest is videography. Let me show you how I experience my interest of videography through the way I am in San Antonio, in Fredericksburg, or the videos that I film in my office, or in all these different types of things. So that's kind of what I've been learning lately. Like I said, I'm going to do a whole separate video that's really breaking down a lot of the psychological things behind this, but even just kind of what the algorithm is saying and what all these experts are saying behind that. And that's also the way that I'm going to start running a lot of my social media for my clients. It isn't just about, hey, look at our food, or look at our property, or look at this, or look at that. But it's like, how does that interest build up the following that builds up the visitors, which is more foot traffic, longer stays, more bookings, especially since I work a lot with resorts, hotels, restaurants, stuff like that, or even events. It's like, how does that interest, how does your brand use that interest to bring more audience to your places and all that kind of stuff? So that's kind of where I've been living, and I want to get better at documenting and creating. Like I said, documenting, I'm giving myself a 6. Creating, I got it at a 4, and kind of evens out as a 5. But I want to get better, and I feel like I've been doing better. I just need to, again, just start creating and showing you guys not just the behind the scenes, but the actual stuff that I'm working on. So whether it's nerdy tech stuff like cameras, or maybe Austin, Texas, and all the awesome things that city has to offer, I'm sure YouTube's gonna have some recommendations for you up here. Go ahead and click one of those if you want to watch more. But before you click off, Whatever your 2026 looks like so far, maybe you're killing your goals and you're accomplishing everything you wanted to, go ahead and comment what those are below. Or maybe you're struggling and you need some help being encouraged and push forward. Go ahead and comment what your goals are in 2026, and let's go ahead and turn this community on fire. Wait, that kind of sounds weird. Let's conquer 2026. Until next time, peace out, guys. See you on the flip side.